It's Grizzly Steve.
And James from Wilson Game Calls. We're here to talk to you today about some of the calls we have in our product line. I think we're going to start off with the Executioner Grunt tube. There's been many duplicated out there. There's nothing like this one right here. It is the real deal. Sounds like a deer, can handle wetness, handle anything that you have out in the field. You can manipulate it from soft grunts to heavy grunts. It'll cover everything from a yearling buck in the state of New Jersey to a 7-year-old mature deer out in Illinois.
One thing I want to add to that is this thing you can get as wet as you want to in the wintertime, and it can completely freeze in your pack, but your reed is still going to blow and it's not going to lock up like most of the other calls out there as well. And we also have the Social Doe grunt call. Really good early season. Get some bucks interested in it and all that. It's worked from about 100, 150 yards away. It'll draw them in right under your tree. Nice soft tone. You can blow on it super hard or you can blow on it light. Just a little bit there. One of our sponsors is Cluster Buck. They have this stuff right here. Big food brick. They have some mineral stuff and some liquid also. I don't have any personal use with it yet, but James used it over in Jersey last year and it seemed to be the ticket for him over in there. Really brought him in. Along with not only the deer calls, you know, we do a good deal of turkey calls and all that, box calls, pot calls, fall turkey's coming up. We know everybody's pretty keyed into deer season right now, but we also have predator calls, coyote howler, mouse call right here. Sounds pretty good though. And the raspy rabbit, which is pretty much key for hunting fox or coyote or whatever predators you are after around the area here. And don't forget to get out there and practice. Practice makes perfect. But remember, take your youth hunting, get the kids back into the sport. And bad miss, or a good miss is better than a bad hit any day of the week.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to bring you through a couple of the calls that we use and a couple of the sounds that you can make with the Executioner Grunt tube. This fall, I highly advise you take this as part of your arsenal. You'll see a couple bucks across the table here that are all killed with Executioner Grunt tubes. You can make sounds as low and as soft in early season as a contact call from between bucks. Or you can even, you know, when you get more into the rut, you can get into a more aggressive call. You know, pre-season, a good contact call is something along the lines of this. You know, the bucks are going to be talking to each other. They're just going to be, you know, letting each other know their presence. They communicate back and forth between bachelor groups. When you get later in the season, you can make it a lot louder, cover a lot more territory, grunt the blind with sounds like this. So you can really cover all bases with one grunt tube. Also, you know, you can manipulate the reed with inside to make your different tones, whether it be higher or lower, depending on the buck you're targeting this fall. Like I said, you know, add this to your arsenal, and I'm sure you'll score on the buck you want to.
And you can really hammer on this grunt call in the deep tone and get that big boy to stop chasing that doe for a second, give you a look, 150 yards, 200 yards. It really don't break up on the high end like most of the other calls out there. It holds its good, deep, guttural tone through the longevity of the call. And other than that, we'll be seeing more of you guys, and hopefully we get to see some great harvest pictures from you this fall and coming winter. We wish you all the best of luck.